Carmelo thing. Come on, yeah. Afternoon, Jordan. I'd rather be here today, this morning, with you, the Winter Park Toastmasters, than with the finest people I know. We've come to pay honor to an incredible, well-respected business owner, a senior healthcare executive, stratospheric rise, a senior healthcare or senior technology provider who's overcome incredible health issues, but we're stuck with these three. So please laugh fast. My time is short. This is going to be, you speak for everyone. It's going to be interesting. We have 12, count them, 12 speakers today. Toastmaster DTM Jeff Rufinot, how much time are they going to have?
We are going to have for the roasters, green at 4, yellow 4:30, red at 5, and for the roastees, regular lights, red, green, yellow, red, 5, 6, 7.
Thank you very much, DTM Rufinot. All right.
Good job.
I cannot vouch for the quality of anything you're going to hear today. I know that a bad roaster's like a mushroom. You don't know it's a bad one until you're about halfway through. And now, on to our roasters. Angry, bitter people. Toastmaster Yuqi Zhou. What Yuqi doesn't know about being a treasurer could fill a prison cell. Yuki's going to school for computer engineering, so balancing the books to him means converting everything to binary, which is why we're having so much trouble. I thought he'd make a good treasurer, so I supported him, but he's an engineer and we can only do things with letters in math. Can't do numbers. Actually, Yuki's a great Toastmaster who wants to learn as fast as we can teach him. Please welcome a truly valued member of our club, representing the new face of Winter Park Toastmasters, Toastmaster Yuqi Zhou.
Carson Schaefer, everybody. You know, when I first came to Winter Park Toastmasters, I thought to myself, wow, these guys don't stop to amaze me with their speaking. And then I spoke with Carson after that meeting, and I thought to myself, wow, this guy just doesn't stop speaking. Today is National Stand Up to Bullying Day. What better way to celebrate that than to stand up here and roast our former presidents? But in all seriousness, guys, I don't condone verbal abuse. I mean, I just think the good old-fashioned abuse gets the point across better. Like a beluga of a wedgie. Don't worry, Roy, I would never want to give you a wedgie. Imagine the diabolical mudslide down there. Disclaimer, this is a roast. I'm here to have fun, so if I offend anybody, I don't have anything against anyone. Well, except for Tim. I actually don't like that guy. We have a few sales guys in here. Mark Shear, you're a sales guy, right? I mean, you come in here every few weeks with a jet ski sales pitch. Sure. This guy sounds like one of those tough guys in a truck commercial, narrating. I'm gonna give you my best Mark Shear impression, all right? Bear with me. Let me tell y'all about last summer. We were at Crescent Boat Lake, North Carolina, 5 miles north of Raleigh. Ladies and gentlemen, who here has been on a jet ski? Because I have. Man, we took our jet skis out that day. Crystal clear rivers, bright orange sunset, and the smell of Virginia pine. It was absolutely spectacular. And then, yeah, he proceeds to talk about his jet ski for the next 6 minutes. That's your typical Mark Shear speech right there. We got Blake Smith in the building. Hey. Blake's a real Southern fella. Blake is so Southern that his face looks like it belongs on a canned biscuits and gravy bottle. Uncle Smith's Old Country Gravy. And Tim Taylor's so country that he looks like the type of guy to chow that down on a daily basis. Speaking of Tim, Tim went from president to camera operator. Good job, Tim. And with that being said about our unfortunate past presidents, I genuinely think, Linda Spear, you were the best man we had in charge. When I first started doing treasury for this club, I looked at the Excel sheets and I thought to myself, who did these Excel sheets? A drunk? And then I realized our past treasurer was Brandon Moore, a beer salesman. I mean, of course, Brandon didn't enjoy treasury. I remember seeing him at the table every morning looking flat and tired. I would always try to get Bud to lighten up. It was a hard job. He didn't have the help of an assistant treasurer like I did. He was a lone star. And sometimes when he really struggled, he looked angrier than an orchard. But he persevered, because that's what true salesmen do. And now he's the president of this club. I mean, it's once in a blue moon we get such a charming president.
Wow.
And although sometimes I wish Bud was a bit wiser, I think Brandon would do great as our new president. Thank you.
All right.
I don't need any notes because our next treasurer, or our next roaster is here because Teresa couldn't make it. So she's late.
Oh, Teresa's here.
I'll tell you what, you want to fight Tucker for it? Tucker's ready.
Yeah. It's all you. You
Do it.
if you want.
Do it. Both of you.
What
Do
are
it.
you doing?
Do it.
I'm
Do
going
it.
in.
Do
What are
it.
you doing?
Toastmaster Teresa.
I'm roasting someone?
Yeah.
Oh, Tucker. Our next roaster is Toastmaster Sean Tucker. Tucker is, he's an engine guy. He's a car guy. He's a Jeep guy, but I'm not going to hold that too much against him. But what he does, he makes all of your lives hell because he works in the zoning department. So everybody give a big round of boos and cheers to our zoning buddy, Sean Tucker.
Woo! Thank you. So the other day, I'm sitting at my laptop, staring blankly at the screen, as we all do the week before a meeting we have to speak at. My wife walks by and she's like, what's the problem? What are you doing? I have to roast 3 of my friends. She goes, that should be easy. You make fun of everyone all the time. Yeah, but I like these people. It's different. Most of the other people I don't know or I don't like at all. So I did what any responsible journalist would do. I fabricated. So let's get started with Tim Taylor, who we all know built a successful business from the trunk of his car. That's an impressive feat, except for you live in Volusia, which is not really that impressive because a lot of people built businesses out of the trunk of their car in Volusia. Difference is yours ended up in an office building. The rest of them kept the distribution in the trunk. They moved the manufacturing to mobile homes deep in the woods of DeLand, which is coincidentally where you live. And we know this because he often shares videos of all the wildlife that are caught on the multiple high-resolution, motion-activated security cameras outside his house, which is not weird at all. Lots of people in the cartel, lots of people have that kind of security system around their house.
Can you say that?
I'm just kidding. Tim is not a member of the cartel. He actually did build a multi-million-dollar business from the trunk of his car. Now he tours the country as a paid keynote speaker. And we're all very proud of him, and we're not bitter at all. It'd be easy to be jealous of Tim until you hear him tell the story of how he lost a coin toss to himself for investing heavily in the Amazon IPO. Had it gone the other way, Tim would be a billionaire on an island somewhere in the Caribbean right now. Personally, I'm glad you lost. Epstein Island would have ruined a guy like you. Unlike my friend Mark Shear, who spends a lot of time on wave runners between here and the islands out there. My favorite thing about Mark, I love this is true. Every week I see him after the meeting and he's like, what are you doing this weekend? As if my answer is ever anything different than selling dead people stuff to cheap strangers. And then, without any shame, he'll tell me his cool weekend, which are always amazing, like paragliding in Costa Rica or diving the Marianas Trench. But he does it, as Yuqi so beautifully performed, in that Mark Shear action figure voice modulator. And it sounds a lot like, Sean, we took the jet skis down to Cuba to pick up rum and cigars. Small package for Tim Taylor. Sorry, I literally get lost every time I do that part because there's no way anybody has a voice as cool as that in real life. At home, he sounds like Pee Wee Herman, I promise you. There's no way. But I can't forget Linda Spear. Where's Linda? Linda, a lot of you don't know this, Linda came from very humble beginnings in Winter Park. She wrote a book about it, bestseller, Winter Park Elegy. Please pass this around. It's the story of a rodeo queen. Story of a rodeo queen who ends up riding around Europe with a biker gang. And on to become a Winter Park Toastmaster president. Seriously, I love you all. You are my friends, and I'm glad you're here with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.